Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Something a little bit fun, a little bit for Halloween. Something that's a little bit different than what I normally put on my channel. So I am doing two alternate endings on this. I am doing this one first, and then I'm going to come back and I'm going to put something else a little bit different on. So if you guys like to see how I did this, keep on watching. Starting off with Skindinavia makeup setting spray, spraying this all over my face. And then I will be starting off with the Too Faced Primed Poreless and Pure primer, putting this all over my face. And then smoothing the primer all over my face for a base. Going in with Too Faced Shadow Insurance, putting a couple circles on each of my eyes, and then blending that out. Going in with a IT Cosmetics brush and Anastasia Beverly Hills Dipbrow Pomade in Auburn. Benefit Highbrow Bare Minerals brush, heart-shaped tape on my eyelids, blending that out with a blue sponge. Going in with this Makeup Forever trio in the lightest shade with a Morphe M521 brush. Going to be dusting that shade all over my eyelids to set down the Tarte Shape Tape. Going in with OCC Cosmetics in the color Tarte. Going to be putting this on my eyelids in the crease to put some black in there. Grabbing a Morphe M224, going to be blending out that Tarte shade from OCC to darken my whole eyelid. Picking up this small e.l.f. contour brush, I'll be blending out the edge to my crease. Picking up this Bare Minerals quad, picking up the darkest shade in the quad with a Morphe brush, and I'll be blending this into my crease to smoke out that black pencil from OCC. Grabbing this Morphe M502 brush, blending out the edges for no harsh lines in what I have already started. Going in with this Tartelette Tarte palette, I'll be using the darkest shade in the palette. A Morphe M224 brush, patting this shade onto the eyelid to start my dark lids. Bringing this color all the way up to the crease and then putting that in the inside of the lids. Grabbing a Morphe brush to blend that out and bring it up a little bit towards the brow bone. Going in with that gray shadow next to the darkest shade in the palette, going to be blending that out to help with any edges. Going in with the white shade in the palette and a Morphe R41 brush, going to be putting that under my brow bone and then blending that out with the same bigger brush from Morphe. Using my Loreal Paris Infallible foundation, putting that on my face. And then I've been blending that out with a blue sponge. Using my Maybelline Instant Eraser, putting that under each of my eyelids, on my forehead, down my nose, my cupid's bow, side of my mouth, and on my chin, and then I blend that out through with a blue sponge. Using my Bare Minerals Compact in medium beige with a Sigma F30 brush, patting this on my face to set the foundation and the concealer. Using this Morphe G40 brush in that gray shade from the Tartelette palette again, putting this on my cheekbones as I am contouring, but with a gray and not a brown shade, all over my face. Putting this in on my temples, on each side, left and right, my forehead, and onto the other side of my face. On each side of my nose, bottom of my nose, going under my lip, and then just blending through my cheeks again. Going in with this Makeup Forever quad, taking this gray darker shade, putting this on my cheeks both sides as well to darken up my cheeks just a little bit to make that contouring and bronzing effect that I'm looking for. Going in with this lighter shade, putting this under my cheeks, on my chin to just make those a little bit brighter and next to my nose. Going back in with the Tartelette palette and the Morphe R41 brush, taking that darker shade again, putting that on my lower lash line from the outer all the way to the inner on each side. Going back in with Tarte from OCC Cosmetics, putting that in my tight line and on my waterline. My eyes always get watery when I do this, so I always have to stop and take a break in between when I have to do anything else. Going back in with that gray shade from the Tartelette and a Morphe R41, smoking this out on my lower lash line. Going back in with a fluffy brush again, just blending that out and bringing it down just a little bit more to add some more dramatic and just make it a little bit grungy looking and dark. Going back in with the palette and the yellow shade and a Morphe M521 brush, putting this in my inner corners to just brighten it up a little bit and to smooth everything out there. Using Duo Eyelash Glue and Superhero from IT Cosmetics mascara, I'm going to be putting a couple coats of mascara on to get ready for some false lashes. I'll be using NYX Wicked Lashes. They're really fluffy and I was pretty happy with these. And then I'm just putting some Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara on my lashes to bond them with my false lashes. Using Rockstar glitter from Bare Minerals and a Too Faced shadow glue and a MAC 232. I'm patting the Too Faced glitter glue on to my lashes, getting ready for some glitter. Using my Fix Plus from MAC, spritzing my brush with that glitter on there and patting it on my lid to make it more of like a foil and helps actually prevent a lot of fallout as well. Picking up a second coat of the glitter, patting that on my eye, and actually it makes it more blown out and more glittery. Spritzing my brush with the Fix Plus again from MAC, putting this onto my left eye, patting it on as I did on the right eye. Going in with the second coat of the glitter, having it blown out. Too Faced Candlelight, using the lighter shade and a Sigma Pencil E30 brush, putting this in my inner corners to lighten it up, give a little bit of the candlelight glow. Putting this on the lower lash line and the inside as well, blending that onto the eyelid a little bit with the black glitter shade. Going in with some NYX Liquid Glitter, putting this on the center of my eyelid to give an extra pop of glitter. Putting some on my inner corner on the lower lash line to give a little bit extra pop. I will be repeating the same thing on the left eye, going on the top to give some extra pop of color. Zoe was walking around, so I had to pick her up and just put her on the camera so everyone can see who was making all the weird noises all the time in all the videos. She's so cute. Using my Kat Von D in the color Thunderstruck Pressed Shadow and a Morphe M510, putting this on my cheeks as a highlight, bringing it onto the side of my brows, on my nose, a couple of times on my cupid's bow, on my chin, just bringing some highlight to my face, and then going in with that larger G40 brush and blending that out. Going in with Super Skinny Marker from NYX. Here comes the fun part. I'm going to start drawing the side of my teeth on each side. You can see where I just draw the straight line. I just move my face to the left, to the right to make a straight line. Going from the top of my ear on my cheeks, connecting each side, left to right, just trying to like pick some contours of my face. And then I'm going to go from where I connected down, pulling towards my chin, starting to draw cracks on my forehead, just random places, making them darker, pulling them through, going to another spot, drawing those extra lines, making those little cracks. No particular order or where I actually wanted to do them. I just was trying to just have some fun with it and just do a little something different. Now I'm just darkening up my nose, making that all black at the tip, just to kind of make it darker. And then going in with a brush and just blending it out just to make sure it's not so streaky from the marker. Going in with the white NYX marker, going to be highlighting the black cracks just to give a little bit extra dimension. No particular way of doing this one, just kind of just picking it and going with it on each of the spots on my face, and then going along my bottom of my chin, darkening up the middle of my mouth to get ready for the teeth. I just started somewhere with this. I know I'm going to be going in with the white again, but I was just kind of doing the upside down houses on the top and bottom, kind of just mimicking teeth, going around my lips and then kind of going past that onto the side of my cheeks, and just drawing some darkness on each side as well. Going in with the white, trying to make the teeth white, going back and forth a few times. I have to clean off the marker each time because it does start to turn gray from touching the black, and just doing the highlight of the teeth. Grabbing the black marker again and spacing out the teeth, starting at the top and then going to the bottom, just to define each of the individual teeth that are on my face, and then going up a little bit higher on my face with the black marker and down towards the bottom. Going in with the black shade in the palette again and a Anastasia double-sided brush, I am just starting to blend out each side of the mouth and along the cheeks to darken them. Using my double-sided Urban Decay brush from my electric palette, I am just darkening the teeth on the bottom, blending them out and just shading them, and pulling that onto my chin a little bit on each side, and then blending it out, going to the top of the teeth and shading them and blending them out. Using my duo glue again, and be using these clear crystals and be putting those on my face. I picked these up at Michael's last year because I was going to do a Halloween tutorial. Putting those, a couple on each of those cracks on my head, just at the ends, no random, just wherever they want to go, sticking towards my face. Using my Kat Von D tattoo liner, just going to make little wings on each side just to darken up my eyes a little bit. Grabbing a fluffy Morphe brush again, just blending out my lower of my nose, just checking to see when I move my face left to right to see how it looks. Bringing that dark shade onto my chin a little bit just to make that darker. This is what the end of the first part of the tutorial looks with the teeth. Now let's take this off and let's do a alternate ending. Grabbing the dark shade in the Tartelette palette, just blending that all over my mouth, just kind of get some darkness in there and to help shade everything in. Going back in with the white and the black markers, just making everything a little bit more tidier, a little bit more darker to get ready for some lipstick. Using Kat Von D's Glimmer Veil in the shade Wizard, I'll be using this one to put on my lips. This is a perfect shade to use for this. I was really happy when I actually purchased this and did the review on the Glimmer Veils, and I was planning on a Halloween tutorial, and this is what I was going to base it around. Putting a second coat of this on as well to make it darker and bring out the glitters. Using the NYX glitter, I am putting this in my inner corners on each side for some extra pop. Alright guys, this is the final look with the second part with the black lipstick from Kat Von D. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. I do appreciate it, and we'll see you in the next one. Thanks guys, see you later.